Okay, we're recording. Okay, so we wanted to kind of do this call. First of all, a lot of you are newer and you're, it's team comp month, and, with leaders, we are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We want to be able to help you with your goals. And so that's kind of the purpose of this call, is to kind of see where you guys are at, how you're feeling, what your goals are, and how we can help you as your sponsor coaches to reach your goal, because that's our job as your sponsor. And we want you guys to reach your goals, mainly because, one, it helps your business grow, it helps your journey, but it's also that one step further in building your confidence and making things smoother for you when you're building your team and you start to have people underneath you. So it kind of just comes down to a trial and error type thing. And you have to start somewhere, and you're going to start messy. So a couple announcements first, though. Our vision board group, me and Ashley are hosting a vision board group next week, Monday through Friday. You guys are all welcome to invite people to that group. It's going to be awesome. Like, I'm super pumped about it. And honestly, I want all of you guys to plug in there. If you have any coaches, plug them in there, because not only will this help you to build relationships with people by inviting them, but also it's going to help you get clear on your vision of what you want for your life, what you want for your business, what you want for your, your health goals or whatever, and use coaching and Beachbody as the vessel to get you there. Because, we talk about all the time, like, Beachbody is our business, but at the same time, like, it's just the tool to get you where you want to be in all aspects of your life. And so that's kind of what the group will be about. It's, we'll talk a little bit about our journeys with coaching and challenge groups and things like that as we go, but that's not necessarily the point and purpose. It's to empower women and to empower them to follow their dreams, whatever that may be. And we want to do that for you guys too, because Ashley and I have felt huge blessings in our lives by, making a vision board and making intentional decisions to get to our goals. And so we want to be able to, yeah.
Well, and I was just going to say, and I think the main thing that is so important about vision boards that so many people forget or miss out on is, if you don't know where you want to go, if you don't know what you're aiming for, I mean, you'll never hit it because you don't know where to go. If you get in a car and turn it on and you don't know where you're going to go, then you're not going to get there. You have to know where you want to go. And I mean, this business, how often do we hear Micah say that the things that we do every day are the super unsexy things? Doing your power hour, doing your workout, being consistent. That stuff is super unsexy, but that's what gets you the results. But if you don't know why you want this business to work, and if you don't know where you want this business to take you, or forget the business, if you don't know where you want to go on your fitness journey, if you don't know what you want to improve on in your marriage, if you don't know what areas you want to improve on as a mom, if you don't know how you want to improve spiritually, if you don't know how you want to improve, you can't improve. And so, like, that's the thing that I love about vision boards, is it gives me a target, and then it gives me a reason to want to be a better mom, and to want to work on my business, and to want to work on my fitness journey, because I know where I want to go because I made my board. So, like, that's why boards, they help you know why you're saying no to that cookie, or why you got up at 6:00 in the morning to do your miracle morning when your kids don't wake up till 9. Like, it gives you a purpose. And that's so important, because there will be days that you don't want to work out, or you don't want to say no to the cookie, and knowing why you're doing it helps. So I love vision.
We'll break it down. We'll teach you, like, how we've made ours. There's really not a wrong or right way of doing it, but we'll break it down for you guys, so you guys can see what we've done, what's worked for us, and that kind of thing, to really make a clear vision for what you guys want. And so start inviting to that. If you're not in the group already, I'll post the link into my team page, and you guys can just add yourselves. go from there. Second thing, next Thursday, we are doing a sneak peek into coaching again. So you guys are more than welcome to start inviting to that as well. You guys, these are awesome for your customers now, anyone that you think that would rock coaching or love it. Whether or not they sign up, it sparks something in people almost every single time. I've had people who've done multiple sneak peeks into coaching, and every time they're like, oh, I want to do this, and then they chicken out. But they still keep showing up to them. And so I know when they're ready, they will be a coach. And so, but at the same time, like the last one we did it a little bit different. Instead of going into the basics of the business of how we do it, we talked more about why we do it. And it was powerful, and it helped us just as much as anybody else to remember why we coach and why we do this, to empower our team and to empower other people to follow their dreams and to go after what they want. And it just helps you reflect on really how powerful Beachbody is and how the coaching opportunity can bless your life. Like, it's so much more than selling a shake and making money. It's so much more than that. And so what time are we doing it, Ashley? Like 8 probably?
Yeah.
I'll put it on there.
Take the time.
I'll give you details, but even if you don't have people in there, get in there, because it will help you guys as well. It helps just burn a fire in you and it gives you, for me, it makes it so much more, when you have that like fire in your gut, it's so much easier to go and invite somebody else to do it that you just know would rock it, because they can feel the passion and the purpose behind it. It doesn't feel salty and gross. So with that being said, we're going to show you guys a little video clip. We're actually going to show this in our vision board group, but we wanted to show you guys too because it's powerful. And I want you guys to know, like, us as your sponsors, we don't just sign you up to get a coach, to get us to a rank. We want you guys to be as successful as you can be, and we want you guys to be able to fulfill your dream. That's honestly like my very, very favorite part of being a leader of a team. It's not what gets me to where I want to go. It's watching you guys fulfill your and like when you guys overcome those self-doubt and overcome those barriers, it's so rewarding to watch. And so I want you guys to watch this. And as you're watching it, just start thinking about why you're doing this. Think about what it is that you guys are here for, even more than your own personal journey. Like, what is it that you want in your life? And hopefully I know how to do this. Hold on. Oh, crap. Okay. I got a screen share. Where is it? Oh, crap. Okay, here we go. Tell me if you can see this, because...
Hey, Dad.
Can you see it? Yeah? Okay.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.
What are you watching?
That some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. Why does this have to happen to me? For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, godlike feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us.
It's very important for you to believe that you are the one. Most people, they raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves. That a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. And most people don't work on their dreams. Why? One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? These are not risk takers.
You spend so much time with other people. You spend so much time trying to get people to like you. You know other people more than you know yourself. You studied them. You know about them. You want to hang out like them. You want to be just like them. And you know what? You've invested so much time in them, you don't know who you are. I challenge you to spend time by yourself.
It's necessary that you get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning.
When you become the right person, what you do is you start separating yourself from other people. You begin to have a certain uniqueness. As long as you're following other people, as long as you're being a copycat, you will never ever be the best copycat in the world. But you will be the best you could be. I'm telling you to define your value.
That everybody won't see it. That everybody won't join you. That everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that you're an uncommon breed. It's necessary that you align yourself with people and attract people into your business who are hungry, people who are unstoppable and unreasonable, people who are refusing to leave life just as it is and who want more. The people that are living their dream of finding winners to attach themselves to. The people that are living their dreams are the people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them.
If you want to be more successful, if you want to have and do stuff you ain't never done before, number two, I'm asking you to invest in you. To invest in you.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That you don't have to go through life being a victim. And even though you face disappointments, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Period.
No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities.
And some of you right now, you want to be, you know what I'm saying? You want to go to the next level. I want to counsel. You know, I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. Listen to me. You can't get to that level. You can't get to the level economically where you want to be until you start investing in your mind. You're not reading books. I'm challenging y'all to go to conferences. I dare you to invest time. I dare you to be alone. I dare you to spend an hour getting to know yourself. When you become who you are, when you become the person that you were created to be, designed to be who you were designed to be, when you become an individual, what you do is you take yourself and you start separating yourself from other people. I'm telling you to get to a place where people don't like you, it don't even bother you anymore. Why? Because you're not concerned with trying to make them happy, because you're trying to blow up. You're trying to get to the next level. I need you to invest in your mind. Invest in your mind. You still talk about your dream. If you still talk about your goal, but you have not done anything, just take the first step.
That you can make your parents proud, you can make your school proud, you can touch millions of people's lives, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. Don't let nobody steal your dreams. After we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody says, you can count on me, and they don't come through. What if we have that kind of attitude? The cause we possess. Nobody believes in you. You lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win. You can live your dream.
Okay. Hopefully you guys can all do that. You guys saw it and heard it okay? Okay. So I want to know like what you guys feel when you see things like that. What does it make you feel? Is it empowering to you? Or does it make you feel like, no, that's not me? Like, I want to know like how you guys feel when you hear us talking about it, when you hear things like that. What do you feel about yourself?
It ignites my drive.
It should ignite your drive. It should, like, I think sometimes people see motivational things and they read motivational things, but they still have that self-doubt in their head, and they still have that, well, that's not me. I want you guys to know, like, we all have that potential. We all have that in us. And it starts with action. And it starts with facing our fears, and it starts with doing things that are uncomfortable. We talk about our power hour. We talk about the vitals. There are certain vitals that are not as easy to do as others. I think for most of us, it's easy to get a workout in and drink or shake. Sometimes it's even easy to do our personal development, but are you really getting anything out of it? Are you utilizing that time to grow yourself and learn more about what you need to work on? Or are you just reading something because we told you to read it? You know what I mean? So find those things that are going to burn that desire in you to grow and become better. And by doing that, share your journey as you do it. And that will build your confidence. You will attract your tribe, and you will attract the people who need you at that time. And that's where, it really is true. Like, your vibe attracts your tribe. And if you have that self-doubt, if you have those things in you that you're not feeling, you can feel it in your post. You can feel it in the way, just your countenance even. And people feel that. I can tell when people aren't doing personal development. I can tell when I'm not doing it myself. You can feel it in your posts. And so find the things that are going to speak to you, things that you need to work on. If you need suggestions, like, come and talk to us. Like, we've read a lot of things, or we've heard suggestions on that to help you get through that. What else, Ashley?
I was just going to say, I think personal development is something that I think so many people see us posting, oh my gosh, I'm reading this and it's so good, and oh, I'm reading this and it's changing my life. Just because a book speaks to me doesn't mean it's going to speak to you. Personal development is called personal development. And there are areas that I struggle with that maybe you don't struggle with, or you struggle with something that I don't struggle with. And so something that reaches out to me won't necessarily reach out to you. So I think that's something to be really careful of. If you're doing PD and you're like, you know what, like Sharon and I have talked about this. There's a book that was recommended to both of us to read as our very first PD book when we signed up as coaches, that we both took like 6 months to get through the dang book because it just didn't speak to us. And so we both had this like, oh my gosh, PD is like annoying and it doesn't help, and because we were reading the wrong book. And so when you find the right book that speaks to the right thing, that's when the magic happens. So if you're feeling like freaking heck, will they stop talking about PD because it doesn't help and it whatever, you're reading the wrong book. So talk to whichever one of us and we'll help you find one that fits better. Because if you don't feel like,
I don't eat.
okay, you don't have to eat them. If you don't feel super amped and super like, I love PD, you're not reading the right book. So, and that's okay. If we loved a book and you don't, that is okay. That doesn't mean something's wrong with you. That doesn't mean something's wrong with us. You just have to find the right book that's right for the right time in your life. So if you're not on fire with your book, we need to chat.
Okay, so as far as goals for the month, where it's Team Cup, we should honestly be like utilizing each other. The whole point of Team Cup is to rally around each other and be like, and keep each other accountable. So in our message thread, I'm going to start posting, like, did you do your invites today? Did you, how many people did you talk to today? How many people did you add today to your network? Things like that, so that we can help each other, just like in an accountability group, just like our challenge group. That's what a team is for. And so that's kind of what Team Cup does, to help you guys rally together. And so, yeah, go ahead. Hold on. There you go. You're unmuted.
Sorry. How do you branch out and like friend people on just random people? Like, that's super hard for me.
That was a really hard one for me too. I just had to just start clicking. Just not think about it, because if they don't want to be my friends, they won't add me. I look for people with mutual friends. If I have a potential customer that or an ideal client that I would love to work with, I'll go into their friends list. And I honestly look for people who don't necessarily look like me, but look like my ideal client, if that makes sense. Like, they kind of do look like me, like same body type, same type of struggles, because that's who's going to relate to me. And so if we have a bunch of mutual friends, then I'll add them. And sometimes they're weird about it and be like, why did you add me? You can just be like, oh, I thought you were somebody else, but we can be friends. Like, you just kind of lie about it. It's fine. But, here, I'll unmute you, Lisa.
Micah she talks about the rabbit hole. And so what I've done, and this has actually been working really good for me, is finding the friends that I have that are super positive people, or like Sharon was saying, those people that like seem like would be good in your thing. And then I just start looking at their friends lists and looking at their pictures, and I'm looking for the moms, because those are my people. And so I started doing that and sending them requests. And I've had conversations with people I messaged yesterday, like I friended yesterday, that have like, how do I know you? And then it's like, oh, we have this friend in common, and just started talking to him. And it was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. I was surprised.
This is what you don't do. And this sends me crazy, because I get messages like this all the time from other MLM companies that add me as a friend, and you know that you're just a target. Don't be that person. And that's why, posting Beachbody all over your page, like, you can post your workouts, you can post what you're doing, but like, if you like look on your bio and it says like Beachbody everywhere, and all your pictures are Beachbody and Shakeology, and like, people are gonna think you're selling them. And so share your journey, don't share Beachbody. Does that make sense? And
yeah.
So the more if they can scroll through your feed and you're showing that you're just sharing your weight loss journey, they're gonna be more likely to be like, oh, she's inspirational and positive. Where if you're constantly bombarding them with the challenge pack's on sale this month for $160, come buy it from me, they're gonna be like, delete, hide, block,
Or if you're doing the whole had my superfoods, love my Shakeology, like, they're gonna be like, nope, I don't like, nope.
And that just turns people off. It turns me off, and so I don't want to be that person either. So when you're doing that, and we always talk about when you add a friend, I think it's okay to message them, but don't message them like, I get messages all the time like, hey, it's so nice to meet you, how old are your kids or something? And you just know it's like that avenue that they're just going to loop you in and then be like, well, just so you know, I'm a Roden and Fields consultant. Have you ever thought about trying it? And it's like, no, I thought you were trying to get to know me, not sell me a product. So you just have to it's a fine line, and that takes time. So when you're creating that conversation piece, know that you're probably not going to sell them anything the first week. Just, make it a genuine conversation of, I want to get to know you. This is social media. I want to get to know you as a friend, not sell you. And that can be difficult if you don't know them, but honestly, there's so many conversations that I've had that naturally flow, and it's like you've been friends forever. So
yeah, I joined this mommy group of only boys,
like we only have sons, and there's been a couple women on there that I really was like, oh, I feel a connection, I should add them, and I don't dare, because it says right on their thing, like, do not add friends just to sell them stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't want to just sell them stuff, but so I'm like hesitant.
I'm in a group like that has that rule too. It's a group specifically for wives. Like, you are only allowed to post about like wife stuff. It's not like a mom or a sickness or whatever group. And my big thing that I do in that group is free groups. Free groups are like my bread and butter for expanding my network. So I do kind of like what Sharon does, where I go in and do like the mutual friend like shopping thing. My problem that I keep running into is my sister and I have I think we have 700 friends in common, and she's a coach too. And so like everybody I'm finding through that mutual friend thing, whether I look at people from high school or people from my old neighborhood, or they're all friends with my sister. And so, which is fine because people are going to pick the coach they relate to, but that mutual friend thing is starting to not work for me because my sister and I have 700 friends in common. So I've been posting in, when I'm doing free groups, like this vision board group, I will go post in those mom groups or the wife groups or whatever that I'm in. I'm doing a group about this, and it's a totally free group. Let me know if you want in. And if they say they want in, I will message them the link to the group. Say, here's the link. I think it's going to be awesome. So excited. And once they request to join, I send them a friend request. So that, and I'm LDS, and I am running like a 60-day Book of Mormon group that I started last week. Today's day 10. I added 700 friends in a week because of this free group that I posted. 700 friends in a week, that they're all moms, they're all women, and they're all LDS, which is 3 of my things that I'm looking for. So it doesn't have to be like free groups seriously are, and a whole bunch of my coaches have come from free groups because they see the value that I put into a free group, and they see we build a relationship just from what I'm posting in the group, and they can see, man, if she puts this much time and effort into a free group, I wonder what would happen if I got in one of her weight loss groups. And so the like free groups are seriously awesome for helping you expand your network if you add everybody who's requesting to join your groups.
Yeah.
So, and then I was going to say, if you do the friend shopping thing and people message you that they're like, why did you add me? I always just say, oh, because we have a ton of friends in common that are all like super awesome. And so I figured you must be super awesome too. Like, just leave it at that. And it has worked for me every single time that they're like, oh, awesome, sounds good. And they confirm it. So I don't ever get anybody that's like, well, that's weird that you think so-and-so is awesome because I don't think they're awesome. So why did, like, nobody does that. So I think they're awesome and you must be awesome too. So, yeah. So if you make it weird, they'll make it weird. Don't make it weird.
The other thing is if you have specific people you see in a group and you're too afraid to just add them as a friend because you're worried about that, build a relationship in the group. Once you start commenting on their stuff and asking them questions or whatever and interacting with them, when you go send them a friend request, they're not going to think that's weird because you've already had that conversation. You've already been talking. And so just remember that if you feel uncomfortable at first, just keep talking to them in the group and then put them on an interest list and add them as a friend later. Or
even I realized I didn't even answer that part of your question. So I'm in a wife group that there's like a very strict rule about that. So I just make sure that I don't cold message people anyway, but I just make sure I do not message people that I friend request from the group. If they decide they want in a free group after I've posted and I've friend requested them, I don't message them to like, which not that I would do this anyway, but like, hey, you look fat. Do you want to join my challenge group? Like, I mean, yeah. So, but I wait until they're interacting in my stuff and I see them commenting on my stuff before I send the thanks for loving on my post. It's really hard to share stuff like that. I appreciate the encouragement. Are you on a weight loss journey too? Like, they started it because they liked my stuff. So then I think it makes it so you're not trying to sell them anything. You're just adding them because you want more friends and you want to get to know people. And then when they start interacting with you, then you start interacting with them. But I think if you add people for the intention to immediately message them and do the, hey, thanks for adding me. How old are your kids? Like Sharon was saying, like that is instantly when people are like, go away.
I don't ever direct message someone after ever. I usually go maybe like some posts on their page, comment on how cute their kids are, that kind of thing. And then I just leave it at that for now. And then I'll just make sure I go back and like what they post. And just naturally do what you do when you add a friend. Not because honestly, like when I get an immediate message, I know I'm a target. I don't, and nobody likes to feel that way, including.
Or if they ask weird questions, if someone immediately just messaged me and asked me how old my kid is, that is a turn off. You like seem like a stalker. Do not immediately ask me about my kids. Like
I had one lady who you remember this, Ashley? I had this lady.
Yes.
Added me, she messaged me and was like, oh, I love connecting with adopted moms. I'm like, I'm not an adopted mom.
And she had just posted like 2 hours before about Gabby's birth. And the girl was talking about how Gabby was adopted. And so it was like, you obviously didn't look at her page.
I did like a whole live video. It was like over World Down Syndrome Day. I have in my profile that I'm a Down syndrome mom. I had posted like all these things about Gabby's birth literally within that week. And then she messaged me, I'm so excited to get to know other adoptive moms. And I'm like, actually, Gabby's biological and she's not Asian. Because I went and looked at her profile. She'd adopted a little girl from China. And so she automatically assumed because I was white and Gabby looked Asian that I adopted her. I'm like, did you ever go look at my family pictures or like anything else?
Or my birth story that I just posted an hour ago. Like it was so bad.
It was so hospital, like it was bad. Don't do that. Don't be that person. But anyway, some people are funny. So
okay, so we have a couple of like challenges for you guys about how to like kind of kick off August. But before we go into that, Lacey, that was a fabulous question. Does anybody else have any more questions? Or do we want to kick off into do we want to talk about the challenges and then we can do questions at the end? You guys want to do that?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was going to say, I think I look frozen. Okay. So the first part of the challenge that we have for you guys is I think sometimes as coaches, we struggle with what to post because we know, hopefully you can't hear her humming. She does this cuddle kitty hum thing. Sometimes she's doing it right now. I think sometimes we struggle as coaches with knowing, like, we're supposed to post 2 to 3 times a day, and we're supposed to have one of them be a Beachbody post. How do I, like, okay, so I'm going to share that I did my workout or that I drank my shake. And you kind of start to feel repetitive, I think. So we have 5 different posts over the next week that we want you guys to do. So if you have not been taking notes yet, I want you to write these down. So we want you to do these 5 different posts. The first one, we want you to share a sweaty selfie. And number 1, that shows you're being a product of the product, shows you're doing a workout. But beyond that, I don't want you to just post, did my sweaty selfie, did my workout, here's my sweaty selfie, like, so proud of me for working out. You gotta, like, put a why behind it. Why did you work out today? Why? I need to go work out? Yeah. Oh, yep. Yep. Beachbody On Demand is queued up. Mom needs to work out still, huh? Thanks for being my reminder. You need to like talk about why. Why was it hard for you to work out today? Is it 10 o'clock at night and you've been procrastinating all day, but you did it before you went to bed anyway? Or were you in a super bad mood and you've been eating your whole fridge and rather than waiting till tomorrow to reset, you decided to push reset right now at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Or do you have a raging headache? Or was it hard because you had to modify it, but you did it anyway? Or like whatever, share a story behind it. Why you're proud of the fact that you worked out today, not just worked out, something off my checklist. So make sure you're posting why and the story behind it so that people connect to it and it's not just another annoying sweaty selfie. Sharon, do you want to add anything? Because I know you're awesome at this.
I think the thing is people don't connect to you working out. People don't look at our workouts and be like, oh my gosh, I wish I could work out like that. Maybe sometimes. They connect to why you're working out and your story behind it and you being vulnerable posting about it. So if you're struggling, if you like film yourself and you mess up really bad, post it and say, I'm not perfect and this was freaking hard, but I'm proud that I did it. You know, like,
Sure.
Lisa, you're really good at this. Like today, Lisa posted her video and she posted an improvement of what she didn't even know she was doing until she watched herself. And it's things like that like, it's like, you know, it's inspirational because the people who are struggling, the people who are just like you before you started, they're going to be like, okay, if Lisa can do this, I can do this. And it's empowering to other people. And that's the things that you need to be sharing. Those are the moments that, you know, like that make you reflect on how far you've come in your journey. And so keep doing those things because that is really, when you share your mess, when you share the struggle, that is what people connect to because they don't want to think that you're perfect in every single way. People like to see the struggle, which is hard to share. And it's hard to share that sometimes, but that's where you're going to find those people who relate to you. So whatever it is that you struggle with, connect that to your workout and why that is an avenue that's making that struggle better. You know, whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whether it's your moods, whether it's whatever it is that you struggle with. Sometimes you just want to be lazy and that's pretty relatable. Like how many people would rather turn on Netflix? Most people, you know? So share those things. And that's where you'll really find, like, the more I share, like, how crazy hot mess I am, the more I get interactions on my posts.
Yep.
Something for me, I share working out with my daughters and being a good example to them. And so many people connect with that. So those are the kind of things that you want to share.
And along those lines, you don't like, I don't know how to phrase this. So be a little bit vague in your workout, not in the sense that you're like trying to be secretive, but if you say, I just finished shift or speed 35, like no one knows what the heck that means. No one knows what Shift Shop is. No one knows who Chris Downing is. Like no one knows any of that. But if you say, I just finished my agility-based workout and I was able to up my weights today, or I just finished my kickboxing workout and I was able to make it to the 4th round before I needed to pause, or like whatever, use slightly vague words. Because if I say I'm doing kickboxing or if I say I'm doing Core de Force, people who don't speak Beachbody will understand what kickboxing is. They do not understand what Core de Force is. So
you have to explain things to people.
Yeah.
Chalene Johnson did a huge talk about this at Summit, and it was all about curiosity marketing. You want to make people curious of what you're doing. You want them to be like, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm doing Shift Shop, because they can go Google Shift Shop, go buy it.
And then a coach like Melanie Mitro is going to come up, and then they'll go buy it from Melanie Mitro.
So that's where she talked about curiosity marketing is giving them enough information of what you're doing without giving them the information, so that they're curious enough that they eventually have to message you. So just keep that in the back of your head as you're posting things. Obviously sometimes it's good to, like, you know, you can post what workout you're doing or explaining it as you're going. I don't think that's always a bad thing, but I think it is good to be more vague in creating a curiosity level.
You don't want to be like the toothpaste.
And this is why, if they have 10 Beachbody coach friends and we're all posting Shift Shop selfies, they're going to be like, just another one of those. Like, they're just trying to sell Shift Shop. So you want to be able to stand out. That's what curiosity marketing does. Get creative in your posts. Get creative in how you angle things or how you post things, and then so that you stand out in your newsfeed. That's where having, good pictures and good lighting and all those kind of things come into play. And you get better with those things with time. Trust me. I look at my posts from when I was first coach, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
I was the one like posting the challenge pack picture.
Yep.
It's on sale.
Yep. Well, some of my pictures hurt to look at. Yeah. Okay, so that's post number 1 is do a workout. You can do a video, you can do a picture, you can whatever. Just post once about your workout. Post number 2, nutrition. So post something about a meal you ate, a recipe, Shakeology, the performance line, whatever, something nutrition-wise. If you do post, okay, sorry. If you do post something about the containers and you're posting like your food, same thing, kind of with the curiosity marketing. People don't understand what this counts as 2 reds, a blue, and a green. No one knows what the heck that means. So say this counts as a healthy fat, a vegetable, a protein, and a complex carbohydrate. Use normal words that people will understand if you're talking about the container counts when you do the nutrition post. So that people can, again, understand. So that's post number 2. Post number 3, do a transformation post of you. So transformation posts of other people are super awesome, and it's awesome that we're like excited about the people in our team or like our challengers or someone who's doing the program you're doing that you're inspired by their results. But your Facebook friends want to see your face. So make sure you do a transformation post and share how these products are like benefiting you and helping you change and all of that. So that was post number 3. Post number 4, we want you to do a breadcrumb, which I've also heard it called a sprinkle, about coaching. So this is not my team is doing a sneak peek into coaching. If you want to join, here's the link. This is a reason you love coaching, whether it's because of the freedom of time that you can do it whenever you want, or you can do it from your phone, or because you earned enough money that you were able to go to dinner, or because you earned enough money that you made your car payment, or because you were able to make a healthy choice because of the accountability that it gives you, or you were able to go to lunch with people that you met in the community because you have coach friends, or something from your PD book that you never would have read if it wasn't for coaching because part of your job is to uplift your brain. Like whatever, find something that you love about coaching. And I think a lot of coaches get stuck on this because they're like, well, I'm not making $50,000 a minute, so I can't post why I love coaching. There's still, like, everyone needs coaching, regardless of the income part. Everybody needs that community. Everybody needs that accountability. Everybody wants that freedom. Everybody wants, and whatever it is that speaks to you about coaching is going to help attract your tribe. So do a post about part of what you love about coaching. And then the fifth post we want you guys to do is we're doing a sneak peek into coaching. Let me know if you want to join. So you can do that one after you do the breadcrumb. So if you do the breadcrumb like Sunday, then do the sneak peek into coaching on Tuesday so that it's a couple days later, or do the breadcrumb tomorrow and do the post where you're inviting to the sneak peek on Sunday. Make sure that you do the breadcrumb post first and then invite to the sneak peek that we're doing next Thursday. So those are the 5 posts. Sharon, do you want to add anything?
And you don't have to do them every day.
Yes.
5 posts during the week.
Yes. And make sure, especially since we're talking about expanding your network and stuff, talk about other stuff, totally not Beachbody related, so that people don't like, oh, okay, let's hide this person. Make sure you're talking about your other areas of your life that if Beachbody weren't part of your life, things that you would still be posting about, things that are still important to you, that still make you you. so that people can still get to know you.
Yes. Okay, challenge number 2. So, if you are not Emerald, your challenge is to get there by next Thursday. You have 1 week to do it. If whoever hits Emerald by next Thursday, we can either do one of 2 things. We'll either do a drawing for like a gift card with a large sum of money on it that everybody gets put in. Whoever hits diamond will go into that. Or we can do a gift card for everybody who hits Emerald that's less. Whatever you guys prefer. Just as an extra little incentive or whatever. But in order to get to Emerald, Emerald is a decision to be made, pretty much. It's 2 people. And here's the thing. When you get to Emerald, it changes your mindset. It changes your thinking a little bit. Because 1, you've got a little bit of skin in the game. Because most likely, your husband or your spouse or whoever is going to be on one of your legs. And that's 1 more person to buy Shakeology or buy Performance Line or whatever. And most people are like, oh, I can't afford that. Can't do it. But here's the thing. You get your husband there. My phone is blowing up. You get your husband there. You get commission off of what your husband buys under you. So $40, $50, depending on what he buys. So that automatically saves you money. Whoever else you add to your other leg, you also get commission on. That pretty much makes up the difference on what you were investing with your husband in the first place. Then you get the gift card of whatever we give you. So you're pretty much evening out whatever you would have spent to get your husband there. But on top of that, when you get to Emerald, and Diamond's even more. Like Diamond, it's even a bigger shift. But I feel like so many people get stuck wanting to get there because they're afraid. Because 1, all of a sudden it's like real. Like, oh my gosh, I'm a coach and people are under me now. Even if it's your mom and your husband. Like, it can get kind of like, it's a fear thing. And that's what people, like 100% has nothing to do with anything but fear, in my opinion. So make a decision, make a list of people. I don't care if it's your best friend, your mom, your brother, your sister, and you bribe the crap out of them and say, let me get you signed up. You know, even if it's a spot to get you through the month until you start hitting your goals with your Success Club groups or for your challenge groups and stuff. Once you get to Emerald though, you start to hit you get your team cycle bonuses if you hit Success Club. But by signing those 2 coaches, you're already more than halfway to Success Club. You need 1 more person and you're there. And then you start getting free leads and you get your team cycle bonuses. And it makes it easier for me. When I first started, signing coaches scared me to death. It scared the crap out of me. I could sign challengers all day long. But for some reason, having people under me to run a business that I didn't even know what I was doing scared the crap out of me. It took me months. I got to Emerald really quickly because I signed up Gio and I signed up my mom. But it took me months to get anybody else because I was so in my head. And it was because I wasn't doing my personal development. I didn't believe that I could be successful to help somebody else run a business. And so I just want you guys to know, like, as scary as it is, it's really not that scary. And we're here to help you. Like, if you don't know how to sign somebody up, we'll walk you through it. If you are worried about asking people and coming off as weird, you know, your family and friends, you can kind of do that too a little bit. You'll be like, I'm trying to hit this goal. Will you help me out? And it's usually, but more than anything, you want people that are close to you to be at the top of your leg. You want them to be able to benefit from this business too. And if you have your mom and your sister or whatever at the top of your legs, they're going to eventually start making income off of you. And it can benefit them too. But so start thinking of people that you want to add to your team, people that you think would benefit from it. And if you have potential customers, explain to them that they can get Shakeology and all the supplements and everything else for 25% off on their following month. It doesn't cost them any more to set up as a coach versus a customer, and it will save them. And then they cancel it the same way regardless, so they're not out anything. And most people are like, oh, thanks for telling me that. Thanks for saving me some money. Like, nobody's weird about it if you explain why you're doing it.
I find a lot of challengers that way, that when they buy their initial challenge pack, they just start out as a discount coach, because it doesn't cost them anymore and it automatically sets them up for the discount. And if they end up not liking it, all they have to do is send an email, which is what they would do anyway. So it doesn't have to be weird. And like Sharon said, when I hit Emerald, my two people were my husband and a sister who was getting ready to go on an LDS mission, and I knew I had a month and I was going to need to replace her, and I did. But in the meantime, she helped me hit my rank by the time that I had set my goal, and it helped my mindset shift. What, baby? Because yeah, those are mom's friends. A very small percentage of people actually hit Emerald compared to how many coaches actually sign up. And that motivated me, that I'd hit something that I think it's only, I haven't looked at the stats in a while, but I want to say it's only 20% of the company ever goes Emerald. That was motivating to me, that it was I did something that only 1 in every 5 coaches can do. And I did it like that. And the other thing with your husband, you can do the challenge pack where you get the performance line. So if you have not tried Energize or Recover, oh, you're missing out. It's like nectar of the gods. So that one's awesome. Or you can do the Shakeology one with the packets, and then you either have samples that you can give to people, or you can sell them for $5 a piece, and then you make back all the money. So you end up coming out ahead by the time you factor in the commission you make for your other one, selling your packet. You come out ahead. You make money for buying packets for your husband.
With the packets, usually do a free clean eating group. So you do a mock challenge group, and I think it's 1st of September, the Clean Week. Have you guys seen Clean Week? Clean Week is coming out, and you could use them for that too. Well, if they buy the Clean Week, it comes with a 7-day sampler. But people who are local to you, use them as samples. If anyone's interested in your group, they're like, hey, I have a sample. Do you want me to mail you one? And usually people are all over that. It's a business expense, but it's also a write-off for your business. And at the end of the day, we invest $160 in a business. If you've ever run a business, that's unheard of. You have to get into a business mindset when it comes to if you really want this to work as a financial successful business, you have to get in that mindset of being able to invest in it. And that's not easy, but
and it really makes a difference to have your husband at the top of your downline. I know for me, I went Emerald, and then the next week my husband went Emerald because I immediately wanted him to be capitalizing on Team Cycle bonuses too, and I never wanted him to miss out on anything. And he was curious the other day because he was like, has it how much money have we spent on the fact that I'm a coach too? So I looked it up. He's made $3,000 in cycle bonuses in just his account since I signed him up. Just for sitting there. It's not that he works the business. It's not that I sell stuff under him. It's not, that's just money from him sitting there getting cycle bonuses. So if you're serious, and obviously that happens when you build a business, it's not going to happen if you just hit Emerald and then sit and do nothing. You need to keep signing coaches. But having your husband at the top, he all of that you start double dipping, and you start getting double the cycle bonuses because you get paid and he gets paid. And if he's not at the top of your downline and you wait, then he's missing out on volume. So I promise you want him at the top of your week line. Oh, is that Lexi?
Anyway, I hope, does that make sense? The other thing is it creates urgency in your business. It creates focus of like, okay, I got 2 coaches. Now I need to keep going and just keep duplicating that to get to diamond. And the more urgency you have, the more intentional you are in your day of doing a power hour and talking to people, like doing those 4 vital behaviors. The faster your business is going to grow, and it builds your confidence as a coach, but it helps keep you accountable. When you have people under you, it keeps you accountable in your journey. Like you can't, when you're slacking off, you feel major guilt because you have all these people watching you. Like when I check our challenge group and I have all these challengers like that have already worked out and posted their shake, and I'm sitting on the couch and I don't want to do it, you best believe I get up and do it because it holds you accountable. That's the whole point of all this, even more than the business. So get to Emerald. You can do it. If you need ideas or you're struggling on how to message someone that you think would be great, or like, just talk to us. That's what we're here for.
So do you guys like the idea of one big gift for like a drawing, or do you guys like the idea of everybody who hits Emerald gets a gift card? Which one do you guys like better?
Either way.
What motivates you more?
The big one.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I say we go big or go home.
See, and I'm guarantee. I want a guarantee that I'm getting a prize.
I'm kind of with you, Ash.
I
me.
like guarantees.
Maybe
I want to go big.
put in a vote because there's a lot of people not on this call.
Yes.
Oh,
So
that's another thing. We are going to make a message thread with Ashley's team and our team, and the whole point of it will be to, as you're making your posts next week, and if you're struggling with wording or struggling with certain things, you can post in that group and we can help each other.
and give each other ideas.
Yeah, we do that in our own threads too, but I think it's good to have other perspectives and just get to know each other and whatever. It's a good way to find success partners. It's just the more people you have together rallying and helping each other and keeping each other accountable, the better. So we're going to create a message thread for that. We'll still have our separate team message threads for like specific team stuff. But at least for sure through Team Cup, as we're posting and stuff, we want to be able to like utilize and rally together. Just so you know. Cool?
Rush August.
Yeah, let's make this your best month ever. Go into back to school like with momentum and helping people get back in a schedule and back on track and making each other a priority, because summertime can be hard because everybody's all over the place. So the more momentum you create now too, the easier it gets during Christmas and the holidays when nobody wants to eat healthy and nobody wants to do anything because it's the holidays.
Exactly.
But I will say this, if you create momentum, those months don't mean anything, because I've had my highest month of Success Club in November. Ever.
I think that was my highest month too.
So
Was it last November?
yeah. Utilize us as your sponsor coaches and uplines, and that's what we're here for. We want to just empower you guys to crush it.
Well, we more than anything, I hope you guys realize this. We want you guys to hit your goals. This is not about us having goals that we want to help you become the next Micah and be the next 15-star diamond who's in the $1 million or million club. And if that's your goal, then our goal is to help you get there. But our goal is not to make you a 15-star if your goal is to make an extra $500 a month. Like, because obviously that's a big time frame commitment difference. And our main goal and the main reason why we're doing this vision board group and why we want you guys in there is because we want to know what your goals are. She's waving at you. I don't know why you're shy, because you watch her every day in Sharon's Insta stories. But we want to know what your guys' goals are so that we can help you hit them, because that's how we're doing our job as uplines, is helping you hit your goals, not hitting the goals that we have for you or the goals that we want for you or the goals that we think you want, because then that just gets frustrating because we're not communicating. So we want to help you guys hit the goals you have for your families, for your finances, for your health, for your whatever. And
So as we're going through our vision board group, and maybe even one of our first posts in the thread is gonna be like, what are your goals, and like what are your business goals, what are your personal goals, that kind of thing, so that we know how to help you. Because I think it's easy to like say this is my goal, but if you never tell anyone and you don't have somebody who's like kind of on you about it, not like on you, but keeping you accountable to it, it's easy to just
not
get it away. Because I do the same thing. Yep. So we're all in it together. Anything else? Any other questions, concerns, comments, struggles? Nothing?
No.
Was this helpful? Does it like?
Does this help?
Yeah.
And one thing that we are going to be better about, especially now that I moved and I have internet, computer that works, we're going to at least do at least one call a month as a team to help rally and help each other. Because I know for me, I know it's an excuse because nobody else can control my business, but I think it's important to have the accountability aspect in your business just as much as your personal journey. And to have a team call where I have to show up and be accountable to my business really helps me. And it helps me when I have to do it for you guys too. So we want to make sure we're doing them.
I think it really helps with the community too, which the community is one of my favorite parts of coaching. And I mean, yes, we have our threads and we have our accountability groups and whatever, but like there's something about talking and seeing each other's faces and like people move. It's not just words with a profile picture. Like there's something about team calls that helps with the community. And I think that's a super, super, super important part of coaching.
Well, and on top of that, it helps you get to know other people in our downline team, so that when you're off on your own and you're starting to do your own challenge groups and your own free groups and you're not relying as much on your sponsor coaches to do them, you can pair up with someone who's similar to you. You get like Ashley and I, like we're success partners for a reason because we're very similar in our goals. And her strengths are some of my weaknesses and some of my strengths.
I was going to say the things she rocks at, I suck at.
Keep each other on top of each other. And we used to hate each other. If that makes you feel any better. We really did.
Because people would always message us and be like, you and Sharon are so motivating, that we were like, stop watching her and just pick me.
Literally, like, her sister-in-law signed up to coach under me, and so we hated each other. Like, I was like, I don't want this drama.
She babysat for like 10 years, signed up under me, and
so, yeah. Anyway, now we're rambling, but
exactly.
Let's go. We talk a lot, if you can't tell.
But you know, I think we kept the recording to an hour, so at least we didn't totally Josh Coates it and do like a 2-hour recording.
Well, okay, just a second. All right. If nobody else has anything else, we'll let you go. Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're here to help and push you and love you through it, because I know it's not always easy. So
Exactly.
But it's worth it.
Yep. And the free group is going to be awesome Monday. So excited for that.
I'm super stoked for that too. I've been thinking about it for days and days. It will be really hard to not do like hour-long live videos every day. That no people want to watch. So anyway.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Have a good
Okay,
night.
everybody have a good night.
See you guys.